Welcome to DC.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books.
Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
Don't like that. I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the poo-poo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I call game.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Episode 352 is upon us, boys. Welcome in DTC. FP's on mic 2. We got Andy on mic 3. We got 20 on mic 4. We got a lot of sad faces. And I mean, exactly. I was threatening not to do the show this week and just do OMC. I've been watching a lot of like movies and I've been watching a lot of trailers, just kind of getting ready for winter. I don't want to talk about Atlanta. Like I really don't want to talk about Atlanta. Last I checked, I don't think we have to talk about Atlanta, but we would be remiss not to.
We have to talk about the game.
Do we have to talk about the game, or can we talk about individual players? I feel like we need to do spotlight.
Talk about the game.
Spotlight. Marshawn Lattimore. Spotlight.
We have to talk about
Von
the game.
Miller. Spotlight. Wags. Marcus. Anybody we want to? Did anybody have a good game? How about we start with that?
Look, I don't think it. Not individual. We're talking about.
Luke, that's right.
You're naming all these people: Wags, Von Miller.
Hold on,
Lattimore. Fine. No, I don't want to talk about the individual players. I want to talk about the scheme.
Bring it in, Andy. I love spicy Andy so much.
But we will. I know.
Bring it in.
2 weeks ago, he's harassing us about the Packers.
Bring it in.
I'm sure. And in the green room before we hit go, he was like, the Eagles really aren't. Oh my God, I can't deal with this guy.
Andy, defend yourself.
No, he can't. It's inexplicable.
No. There's nothing that I'm saying. He's saying it in a tone that's wrong, that's bad, but like he's right. The Eagles are still a top 2 power ranked team. The Packers are still a really good team. They're not as bad as we thought they were. Look, at the end of the day,
one of those green teams didn't complete a second half pass. The other one didn't win or lose the game. Okay.
The team that didn't complete a single pass in the second half, did they win the game?
Yeah. I'm not going to answer that question.
Every week I say the same thing. They find ways to win. Good teams.
Yeah, and AJ Brown is finding a way out of Philadelphia. But I want to let's go Skins first here. Is there a single player aside from Luke that had a good game? Good game.
Debo? You wouldn't say Debo had a good game?
Very average game. Very average.
All things considered.
Okay, I think offensively we had a good game for a backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota. He played a decent game. I'm not going to say he played a bad game. He had 2 touchdowns, pretty high completion percentage. He had a pretty bad interception. I get it, but from what you expect out of a second string quarterback, Marcus Mariota played pretty good
against the number 1 pass defense.
With the weapons around him. What's his face? Chris Moore is your guy. Marcus Mariota did what he had.
Don't worry, they signed Robin Williams or whoever today. That's great.
Chosen.
That's great. Whatever. FP, did everyone finish the game? I did finish the game. No chance Stevie did. It sounded like there was a couple others. I don't think Razzle did. I did finish the game. FP, did you finish the game?
My goal is to get through this entire podcast just by saying ugh, because that's just all I can say. I finished the game. I watched it by myself, no LP. It was miserable. Like I went from everyone has their Redskins location when they have the game on, right? Like you have your same seat, you're looking at the TV, you have your setup around you. Around the start of the third quarter, maybe the middle of the third quarter, my version of giving up was I abandoned the setup and I went to the corner of the sectional. I put the blanket on. I laid back. I was like, if I fall asleep, I'll fall asleep.
Nap initiated.
Yeah, exactly. The 4 o'clock mode came early, and it was just, there's nothing else to say. Like, I get what Andy's saying. The offense put up points. Okay, I'm not mad at Cliff Kingsbury. I could be a little angry here and there because we're not running the ball normally. Bill is averaging a lot of yards. C-Rod is doing great. You should have been pounding the rock. We got too cute, but Cliff is finding a way to get points with literally nobody on the offensive side of the ball. So no complaints to Cliff. I do, however, have a lot of complaints for Witt. That is the worst. I feel like I'm watching Jack Del Rio's Joe Witt, our defensive coordinator. I feel like I'm watching.
Yes.
I feel like I'm watching a Jack Del Rio defense all over again. I feel like I'm.
Oh, you're being generous. Jack Del Rio couldn't stop blitzing. You're being very generous here.
It's a defense that makes no sense. Off season.
Hold on. You mean you don't want your two aging middle linebackers covering Bijan Robinson?
All off season.
Is that not the game plan?
I was talking about how we have given the defense more weapons.
You mean you don't want to leave Marshawn Lattimore on Lattimore sinking island by himself? He got lit up by Drake London. Listen, this guy was brought in to cover 1-1s. Which matchup has he won against any receiver? Drake London is not a premier. He's not in the Terry McLaurin crop of receivers. He's not in the Jamar. He's not like he fine.
Looked like he was Jamar Chase 2.0.
He looked like yes, he did. Who can Marshawn Lattimore cover in the NFL at this point?
Maybe the third tight end.
What I don't you want to talk about a regression, like a rapid regression. This guy had 6 balls thrown at him 2 seasons ago. 6 in the NFC South. He's had 20 thrown at him this season for 200 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Listen, we could harp on Lattimore all we want. It's the whole defense. There's no pass rush, right? Payne is doing decent. There's no edge pressure. You're not getting – and Penix stood in there with time to polish his shoes and remember how to be a quarterback. Of course you're going to be terrible if you don't have your pressure. Listen, okay, Von Miller is old. I get what they were trying to do, but it's not working. And then you bring in Preston Smith. That's not going to work whenever he gets activated. You don't have real edge pressure. And I get it. Like losing Wise hurts, blah, blah, blah. Like it's terrible. It's not working. And then you drafted and you signed a lot of middle linebackers with speed, right? That are raw.
Where are they?
Joe Witt, for whatever reason, doesn't want to use the new people that he has. He is allergic to using rookies and raw talent on his defense. He doesn't know how to use them, how to coach them up, what to do, because clearly Wags is very old and he's great at the run stop. He's terrible at the coverage. So if you're an offensive coordinator and you come in, what are you going to do? You're going to call a play that's going to pull out Wags and make him go into coverage. And all of a sudden he's covering Bijan. It's dumb. It is terrible. Joe Witt is getting out schemed by just one single crossing route. He is not adjusting. He's not doing anything correctly. The secondary is terrible. You have more people that you brought in and you're still trotting out Quan Martin, who had a pretty bad game. Right, Amos isn't doing that game. Percy Butler is terrible. Revo is in. Revo's running 23 miles per hour to chase down a touchdown. All the heart in the world. I love Revo. No complaints on Revo, but Revo isn't the guy that's going to be able to read defenses the way a safety should, like Chin, and that is why we're just getting torched by the dumbest players. Nothing special is destroying us. There's no AJ Brown out there crushing us. It's just plain vanilla offenses that are 5 yards open.
Like all-pro. Robinson looked like an all-pro. Penix looked like an all-pro. Drake London looked like an all-pro. They could get anything they wanted at any point in time. At any what was there a big third down third and out or
every third down was a big third down, and we
Yeah.
started that game with the commentators and everyone being like, "This is the best third down defense in the league right now." Bull doo-doo. We are trash. It was a trash defensive effort. And listen, I love Dan Quinn. I love AP. I don't want to drag him through the mud. AP needs to step up and get rid of Joe Witt or make a correction, because Dan Quinn, the rat on him is he is a loyalist. He will not correct ship. Yeah. So AP needs to come in and be like, hey, this is now my name is on the line. My job is on the line. We got to adjust this defense. And for whatever reason, AP decides, oh, let's go get Chosen Anderson as our practice squad receiver. Like, I just listen. All I'm going to say is this. My vent is over. All I'm going to say is this. Watching the Monday night game with the Bengals and no Joe Burrow, it is very clear that an entire team falls apart and completely dies when your star stud quarterback is not on the field. And I do feel like if he comes back, when he comes back,
who's he?
Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
When Jaden Daniels returns, do I think this team will do better? Yes. All things considered, removing myself from the stupidity of Sunday, we are 2-2 in the NFC, and the entire league is pretty much even, except for 3 or 4 teams that made it to 4-0. Okay. It's not the end of the world. The schedule looks daunting, but it's not daunting, right? Because the Cowboys tied, and then all of a sudden the Chargers lose to the Giants, and the Chiefs beat a broken Ravens. Like, it's daunting, but it's not daunting, and you just need Jaden Daniels. You need his magic.
It's a little early in the season for the any given Sunday pep talk.
I'm not saying any given Sunday. I'm saying you need think about this.
We're 2 clicks removed here from having DQ channeling Ron Rivera on the side, crossed arms.
In week 2, what did we say? What did we say in week 2 about the Packers and Micah Parsons? Micah being on that defense. No, Micah being on that defense, the entire defense elevates, tries harder, works harder, believes more, practices harder, whatever the bullshit is you want to say.
Yeah.
The same will happen for Jaden. When he comes back, I think you see an uptick in excitement from the team, and then maybe you get a little bit better. I think there's a lot more talking than I wanted to say. All I'm going to say is, ugh.
That's good. So basically, the team is better with Jaden, and hopefully he can also play linebacker when he returns. That's basically what you're saying. That's great.
I think offensively, right? Like there are some small factors to Jaden coming in that will ultimately help the defense and the team as a whole. Time of possession, we'll be able to convert on more third downs. Probably we'll be able to have time of possession, keep the other offense off. So there are benefits of having, Jaden back from a defensive perspective. I see that, but everything FP said spot on. What really, I'm looking at it from like a, glass half full or glass half empty, right? Like there were so many 2nd and 18s, 3rd and 14s, whatever the, distance and yardage and down in yardage was, and the daggers, they kept converting them, right? They kept freaking converting those long 3rd and second downs. All in all, if I'm looking at the glass half full, right, we lost by 7. We got torched on defense. If we had 2, 3, third down stops, like this could be a completely different game. I do think that abandoning the run too soon was probably it was not the right thing to do. We were averaging like 5+ yards a carry. But that's just the way that the game goes. They got outcoached, and I think it was a winnable game, even though we looked like we got completely steamrolled. So that's half glass full. I don't think it was that bad of a team showing. And when Jaden comes back, I do think that he'll be able to.
But Jaden can't go out there and play defense, guys. I mean,
that doesn't matter. He's going to pick up the defensive woes because they're going to light it up and convert on more 3rd and 4th downs.
Last year, you had Jaden and the miracle, like week in, week out, he was doing something special, right? But there was a full complement of players around him. He'll be back, but he's still throwing to Chris Moore. He's still going to be throwing to Debo. He's still going to be throwing. And Debo, like, that was Debo's best game as a skint. It may be his best game going back to, like, I was trying to think back. Did he have a truly like amazing game as a 49er last season? He played a complete game.
Not last season.
Yeah, exactly. So like he was a shiny bright spot to me in the offense, right? I know I was poo-pooing him in the open, but He played fine. And if you get that out of Debo week in and week out, you're going to be okay. Zach Ertz disappeared in this game, right? Like you got to lean on veterans. There was very few called Mariota draw plays. That worked against the Raiders. We didn't see any of it against the Falcons. I'm fearful that the trifecta of Quinn, Cliff, and Witt, they do not adjust well. They don't adjust. They tend to stick to their guns, and it works if you're the Chiefs. It can work if you're the Chargers. It can work if you're maybe even the Ravens, right?
I don't think Cliff
to just stick. Like
Cliff didn't have to adjust because the points, like Andy was saying, the points were coming. So Cliff didn't necessarily have to change his game plan. What he had to do was adapt to the defense not getting any stops. And because of that, the run goes away because you can sense that you got to get the points quick, right?
That was exactly what I was going to say. Like, how do we get Bill on the field more, right? We need Bill on the field.
So half glass full, to quote Andy, it would be week 3 is when we made the O-line correction with changing out of the guards, right? And hopefully Cosme comes back, not this week, but the week after. But the run game improved significantly, even with Mariota in, when we changed that O-line against the Raiders, right? And we saw a little bit of it against the Falcons. We just had to abandon it. So my hope is when Jaden Daniels comes back and he does all the great that he does, plus that O-line gives him a little bit more time, the run game can get a little bit more established, which he didn't really get against the Giants in their front, and we saw it against the Chargers. It's a really good front, right? And we didn't see it at all against the Packers, but that's because everybody was asleep at the wheel against the Packers. So the hope is you come in this Sunday, you have arrested Jaden Daniels, a better O-line, a run game that can be established.
In LA, right? In LA.
I think it's in LA. But then you have Cliff has shown from week 2 to week 5, right? This coming Sunday, he's learning how to use Jalen Lane. He's learning how to use Luke McCaffrey. He's learning how to use Debo a little bit more. And he's learning which running back complements what play he wants to call. So all of that together, your wide receiver.
A lot of slurping over here. Okay.
Your wide receiver 3 is trash. No, but I mean, you just have to look at the game, right? You have to look at how Cliff is using his weapons. The weapons are growing.
The Falcons.
Yes, they lost to the Falcons.
The Falcons put up 0 points against the Panthers, and they put up 50 against the Skins.
Yes.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the offense right now. If you'll follow along.
So much slurping. This is crazy to me.
What the offense has been putting up points week in and week out with no defense to help.
So okay. The offense looked good to you on Sunday.
With Marcus Mariota and Chris Moore being 2 of the main guys on the offense, yes.
Don't get cute here. So that offense goes out and beats the Chargers.
Stop slurping the junkies and just coming in here being negative because that's what the junkies said.
Listen, don't worry about the junkies, okay? We love everybody here. Don't worry about that, okay? But first of all, I haven't listened to them in quite a while.
Well, they sound just like you. The world is burning when you're 2-2, and the rest of the league is 2-2.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a Skins fan. Okay, this is what we do here.
No, we do not have a right to complain at 2-2. We just got out of the Snyder era. We don't have a right to immediately.
And a team that FP they put up 0 points. 0 points against the Panthers.
Okay, what do you want me to say? The Panthers defense is better than ours? Yes, because they have a better secondary and more youth, and they don't have a bunch of grandpas running around. Yes, the Panthers defense is not as bad as the current Washington roster's defense.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, all right, fine. But I mean, we're making.
Can I just add? Sorry, can I just add to your point real quick? What I saw on Sunday was a very old and a very tired defense. They were not the defense of the week before, not even close. And when you can't even pass rush, I mean, they had no pressure on Penix, right? That is terrible for the DBs because then they have to cover and they have to cover hard. And I will give Lattimore this. I'll give him his flowers on this. Hold on. Let me finish my thought.
He needs to go fake.
He will let you catch the ball, but boy, he can actually tackle. That defense.
That's great.
What I saw, they cannot tackle, but he can tackle. He'll let you catch it, but then he'll
give up 50 yards, but make the tackle on the 2-yard line. That's great.
I mean,
BSJ at least gave it up and also didn't make the tackle. So, baby steps.
Okay.
Silver lining.
Listen, no, but we need to put out a bolo for Jordan McGee or Keith Madrano, who we brings in, who we drafted because he's got quick left to right.
How's an Abolo? What's an Abolo?
A bolo.
He's a player. He's a player, right?
Like the police terminology. Be on lookout for bolo.
Oh, I thought that was a player.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You've never watched.
I knew
TV
Bolo,
show
but I forgot
they
what
say
the
like.
I know BOGO, as in buy one
get one.
And I thought it was like APB or something like that. But I don't know, a PBB and ABP.
APP, yeah.
Missing persons alert.
Bolo stands for be on lookout.
Be on
lookout. BOLO.
For what? For what?
For the players that are missing.
Who are they getting back against the Chargers?
We're not getting back. It's the same people that we've had. It's just Joe Witt won't use them. We drafted Jordan McGee. He's not being used at all. We drafted Kane Madrano. We haven't used them at all. Nick Ballore isn't being used. Ale Cahoe isn't being there's so many linebackers on this roster. None of them are being used except old man Wags. I don't rotate. Have Wags teach the new guys how to be Wagner, how to be good, how to read the defenses, how to have the green dot on their helmet and make plays. We're not doing any of it. I don't know what we're waiting for.
I don't know either. The defense was very, very poor. And I do want to talk about the secondary here for a second. Without referencing the previous administration and their creative problem solving when it came to the secondary, we've had secondary problems here for a while. Is anyone here opposed to considering moving Marshawn to a strong safety position? Just moving him somewhere where he's not constantly in a one. He's handsy and Sauce Gardner is handsy. I watched a lot of terrible football on Monday night. Sauce is very handsy.
He is.
Right? He's probably slightly above average corner. I don't think he's amazing. He would be an upgrade over anyone on this roster right now.
He's amazing on any other team but the Jets.
Fine. Well, maybe is he amazing if he's a Redskin? I don't think so.
Probably.
Well, they got to find a way to get Lattimore help. I don't know if it's a scheme thing and it's a wit thing. I don't know if it's an ego thing. He doesn't need help. He is always out of position. Always.
Scheme. We shouldn't be.
That's coaching. That's scheme.
Yeah,
right.
we shouldn't be in soft shell coverage on 3rd and short, giving up 15 yards of cushion.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
That photo was maddening to see. Robinson has got There's no one within 9 yards of Robinson. On a 3rd and 4.
We saw a lot of bad football on Monday, but you also saw the Denver defense play lights out, and it doesn't matter who the opponent was; they were just always in position. And that's all we need to be is you need a Vance Joseph. You need a defensive coordinator that's gonna not sit in the booth and just be confused the whole time. And he was the pass D coordinator on Dan Quinn's really good Dallas defense when he was with the Cowboys.
Who?
Joe Witt. He was the pass D coordinator.
Yeah.
Pass D coordinator.
Yeah,
and our secondary can't do anything. So you clearly Dan Quinn needs to be like, hey, I'm gonna take over the defense a little bit. You just focus on fixing Lattimore.
How hard is it to call a defense? You got 4 fatties that push forward.
It's not hard. What I was going to say is
it's medium fatties that cover the middle, and then if some
you can come in with a game plan. You can come in with a game plan. What bothers me most is that they did not adjust. 0 adjustments. They continued to do the same thing throughout the entirety of the game.
And Atlanta,
even after halftime, no adjustments.
Right. And Atlanta, I feel like Atlanta said, anytime we need yards, we're going to find 2 and target his side. And Drake owned him, period. Yep. London owned him. Anytime they needed to chew clock, keep the clock running, or just to get, handful of yards, it was across the middle, or it was a slant, it was a go, it was a wheel route. I mean, Bijan looked like the skill position players on the Falcons all look like all pros. I mean, I
think it's the first time that all three of their skill players scored a touchdown in the same game or something crazy like that.
It was, yes, I remember reading something like that too, right? There was Penix looked poised, he looked at peace, he looked
when
like
he had time, and that's where Joe Witt failed, right? Because Wags is really good, and Luvu should be used more as a Parsons, where they crash down and blitz, right? And I don't know if the reason why we're not blitzing more and helping the front get that pressure is because the secondary is so injured, right? Amos had a bad game. Sanders still had a bad game. Lattimore had a bad game. Quan was in there, not the best game. Revo was in there. He did okay, but it's not. He's not a starter safety for a reason. So I don't understand if it was let's keep the linebackers back to help the secondary because they need it and there's so many rookies and shifting places back there. But you had to flip a coin on what you were going to do, and we went into the game dropping the linebackers back, got diced up. Like Andy's saying, you should have gone into the halftime and been like, okay, let's turn up the heat. Let's blitz. Let's do something different.
Just try.
At least try, yeah. At least try blitzing.
Try something different.
Especially if they're gonna give up those long bombs and big chunk plays anyway. Like just blitz. You're gonna give it up anyway.
I would rather give up a long bomb because we blitzed and somebody wasn't there over we were in soft shell and still got torched.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, I concur with that. And look, pivoting here, looking forward, 4:00 on Sunday, they are in LA to face the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers, they had a stinker against the Giants. I mean, the Giants were playing at home. Give them credit. You know, the Chargers came across the country to play them. Jackson Dart looked like an NFL quarterback. He was serviceable. He was, he had a good rookie showing. But let's talk about the Chargers here for a second. They lose by 25 if they play the way they played against Atlanta on Sunday. Like the Chargers will take what you're giving them and then beat you over the head with it consistently. Sure. I know they didn't have a good game, but Herbie is infinitely better than Geno Smith or frankly or Penix. That rookie running back, I'm blanking on his name, who put up 60 billion fantasy points yesterday on the Chargers. That dude is so fast. I mean, he's Robinson fast. He's going to present a problem. And Keenan Allen, I know he's old, but all he does is go catch passes, right? He goes and catches touchdowns. Josh Palmer, like they've got pieces there that don't stink.
You know what they don't have is a healthy O-line. So you should get pressure and you should blitz them.
Giants pressured him. The Giants put him under
pressure. that watch that game film.
Personnel to do it. This is the problem, FP. Like, or Andy, who is going to do that consistently? Who?
The personnel, even as bad as our personnel is, again, scheme. If you have Luvu being your utility guy that's going to be all over the field, you can't account for where he's going to come from. I mean, play that way. Have Wagner crash down and make your
just
stat.
Gently push back here a little bit. Do you still believe in Luvu at this point?
I believe we're not using him the way we were last year.
This is more of a he's the best you've got, not that he's.
And I believe we're all witnessing not having Chin back there is making a very big difference on this defense.
Yeah, that does impact the defense.
Will Harris is not cutting it. Savage played 9 snaps. I don't know if it was just coming into the team and warming up a little bit, but your safety not being your safety that you're used to, it plays a big role.
Yeah. But the issue I've heard with Luvu is that he's kind of a smaller linebacker. So what teams have been doing, seeing tape from last year, is that they've been kind of trying to double team him with the bigger guys, so he can't get past the bigger linemen. At least that's what I heard is going on with him. Because
the way against that is stunt with him.
Sorry, what was that?
Stunt with him.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying because he had a big drop off from last year, and I was wondering why. And apparently they just kind of double team him now or put bigger guys on him, and he can't get by them.
I mean, they've got speed everywhere. The Chargers, when you look at them, I was looking up the running back. The rookie is Omarion Hampton. He looked good. I mean, he just looked good.
You don't even need
first game. That's his first game where he actually performed. Look at the other. Okay,
but Keenan Allen.
They don't run the ball. They don't really run the ball.
But if they have a lead, they can run the ball, right? And my whole point here is if it's Keenan, if it's old man Keenan versus older man Marshawn, my money's on Keenan. Like there is nothing that I've seen from Marshawn that exudes any confidence that he could do anything right now.
Yeah, but also you have to look at the game as a whole, right? If Jackson Dart is coming in and all of a sudden looks like he's a great quarterback, you should hope Jaden Daniels comes in and slices and dices that defense even more.
I'm nervous about Jaden
because the Giants skill players on offense, sure they had Malik for part of that game until he got hurt, but are there skill players that much better than our skill players? No,
I don't think so. I think their coaching is debatable. I think we can coach. We can talk about their coaching overall.
Cliff over Dayball for sure.
Okay, I mean, my fear here again is that with Jaden in particular, last year he's watching the 2x speed on the visor, and he's there's not a lot of tape on him. My concern is that he's relying a little bit too much on what he can do theoretically, not what he needs to do to win a football game.
I'm not out on Jaden because the Giants front pressure is fantastic.
That was a month ago, FP.
And then the Packers front pressure in week 2 was untouchable, but it was also before we fixed the O-line. So there's a lot of times where Jaden had no time.
Okay.
So I'm not, I need to see him on Sunday before I can judge year 2 Jaden.
Is anyone here bold enough to take a Skins win in LA on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, the Giants beat them, so they're beatable.
I mean, look, it goes back to what 20 said. Any given Sunday, right?
Yeah,
we can do
any team in this year. I mean, you guys seen. I feel like any team can beat any team. There's no team where you look and you're like, oh, I don't think this team can beat this team.
The Jets, the Bengals.
Okay, well,
the
Bengals,
the Dolphins.
I mean, the Dolphins almost beat the Bills, right? Or they were up there with the Bills.
Yeah, but then they lost by 100.
I mean, New England puts 42 points up. They're probably going to put a stink burger against the Bills. It's right. This 20 is right though. This season in particular,
sure,
it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
How far away are we from having Terry back in the lineup? Are we still trending? We're trending towards a month.
I mean, he didn't go on IR, so
I imagine we probably push for him to come back Bears Monday night.
Yeah, you want to talk about the Bears for a second? Well, actually, anybody. So Andy, you've got them. You've got Skins maybe winning. FP, where's your?
I have them winning.
All right, Andy's got them winning. FP,
because there's multiple. I mean, our defense. Gosh, it's so hard to say I have them winning when I saw what the defense put up. Because yeah, you're right. Herbert's just gonna light us up, and their offense is very good, and their defense and Quentin Johnson out of nowhere is like a freaking Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 3 very good wide receivers that will probably get picked on. Lattimore will probably get picked on. So I think just having JD back, JD5 back that's my hope. That's my candle. I think we have a chance just because JD's in the lineup.
20, they win or lose on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go maybe. I'm not sure. It's going to depend on Jaden, but definitely having him back is a huge improvement. And it does do a lot for your offense, which impacts the defense. So it's very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if they win that game.
I had them losing when offseason when I thought this team was going to be better and healthy. I still have them losing. Yeah, I think it's going to be – I don't think we get blown out. We've done good all season not being blown out, but – I just think the magic of last season, the Cardiac Commanders, is just going against us this season. So I think last-ditch efforts, maybe you get a miracle, but you're probably going to be disappointed with a failed final 2-minute drive.
I think if they could – I mean, if that's the case, right, I mean, I'm not a big fan of moral victories, right? But if it's a close game and they lose, as long as they don't get blown out, I think for me that's the oh crap, right? If they're not competitive, like to me, I know what the scoreline, I know what the box score says, at the end of the game. If you didn't watch the Falcons game, you'd look at it, you're like, oh, 1-score game. They were never in that game, right? And that's my fear, like that the Chargers are significantly better. They're gonna, to them, if you're a Chargers fan and you see Commanders on your schedule, oh, this will be a fun game. You fully expect to win this game. Like you are the better team and you're at home. They should win this game.
I mean, the last time Jaden went against Herbert in college, it was a barn burner. It was insane. So
that doesn't bode well for us either, right? I mean, if this is a 50-50
every game that we're in is a barn burner with this defense. It's just we need the offense to be able to put up 40 instead of 20.
You're right. So we're split here. We got one definite, one maybe, and two probably nots. I want to talk about Tyreek Hill. The injury on Monday night is terrible. It reminded me of Dak's injury, like where you see the leg and it's pointing in the wrong direction, and there's pain and screaming and commercials. It feels like, did you boys see it happen in real time, or did you see it? Did you see it just on replay or on
replay? Both. I saw both.
Did you see his reaction to the injury? The clapping and the cheering and the fans. Yeah, before, like in the stadium
when he's being carted out.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was adrenaline or just pure joy that he knows he's probably off the Dolphins.
That's exactly the question. Where's your money coming down on this one, right? Like, is he just happy to never have to play for this team, this franchise, with this quarterback again, or in that moment is he just making sure that people know that he's okay and it's just adrenaline? It is a nasty injury.
It was a nasty injury. Tyreek Hill has always kind of been a loose cannon, AB-esque from a mental perspective. So I think he was just not there. I legitimately think he was just going through a ton of emotions and just like that was his just natural mental reaction.
Did you see they didn't have a wheelchair to take him out? Did you see that there was a behind the scenes shot where they were wheeling him through like the player tunnel in the back, and they had like a staffer just like holding his leg. I found that very odd that the professional team didn't have a proper transport mechanism for somebody with an ankle injury, that the guy was holding it. But nonetheless, I'm confident, I think, saying that like OBJ had a nasty injury that he was able to recover from and played some level of meaningful football, right, as a Ram and kind of as a Raven, I suppose. But I think this is it for Reek. I mean, he comes with a tremendous amount of baggage. I think he's done. Do you guys disagree? FP, do you disagree?
He's not going to be the same player. His whole thing was speed and cuts. And with a dislocated knee and multiple ligament tears, which is what they're saying it is, he's probably not going to be the same Tyreek that's going to blow the top off of defense and have those 70-yard touchdown bombs. But I can see him now going to a less than likely competitor of a team, a la New England Patriots or
Ravens.
Maybe the Ravens, or maybe, somebody that's right on the cusp, and they're going to be like, we'll take a shot on him next year. So it's possible, but
it's possible. And if he was a 4-4 guy or a 4-3 guy and he's a 4-8 guy, like that's still good.
I mean, he still understands how to run crisp routes. It's going to be a little bit harder, but I mean, he's still going to be serviceable.
I mean, what was his face that was here in Washington? What was the speedster that was here and then ended up roaming all over the league, ended up with the Rams and playing in a Super Bowl? Who am I thinking of?
What year? What are you talking about? Who's
Skins? The Eagles became
Deshaun Jackson.
Thank you, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, like I mean, he found a way to stay engaged and active and serviceable. Like in the end, he didn't actually.
You don't need to be that top off the defense type of guy.
Yeah.
You just have to have sure hands.
What'd you think of the Dolphins unis last night?
Fantastic uniforms.
They're awesome.
Such a shame it was on a poo-poo team.
They were the best ones. That had me thinking like I would rock a hat. I would rock that hat. That is
I would buy one of those jerseys too. Like it looked really good.
Yes, that hat looked good. I'm not a big jersey guy these days anymore, FP, but that hat, like I don't know how I would explain it to anybody, but that hat looked good to me. It just, the colors looked good, the matte finish, the neon, like it just looked very Miami. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And if they could somehow do that on a white, like I think that would look great also, right? If they had the white cap as opposed to the black. But the injuries all over the place. I want to just briefly touch on Nix also. It was one of the few times where we got to really just see him, national spotlight.
Who?
The late game, Bo Nix. He had one really terrible interception late in the second quarter. They ended up going down the field and getting points after it anyway. Do you feel like he's still progressing at the rate of the rest of this class, or is he a little bit more stagnant? Because I'll be honest, Caleb looks like an NFL quarterback the last couple of weeks. He just does. Drake May looks like an NFL quarterback the last couple of weeks. We all know what we have in Jaden here in DC. You know, the big question mark was always kind of be like Knicks came out like a rocket last year. They've got some nice pieces in Denver. It just doesn't look like it's as smooth as it was last year.
I think they're just sort of it's kind of what I was hoping the Redskins would start year 2 with, where you fully build on what you had last season. You're maybe just a little bit slow because of how fake preseason is. And I think that's kind of what's happening with Bo Nix is he had a pretty rough first 3 weeks. And then, you know, the Bengals defense is a get right defense for any quarterback, especially when they're on the field 95% of the game. But he has the skills. He has the mental capacity to make the right reads and plays. And I think it's just kind of reconnecting with game speed. And I think a lot of it is more Sean Payton kind of remembering how it clicked last season and kind of going from, okay, we have some new toys, let's figure it out, to, okay, this is what we want to do. It's what I was hoping was going to happen with Cliff and Jaden. And I think stagnant is probably the right word. And I think he's probably going to resume. He's going to resume being a 10 to 15 ranked quarterback.
I think that's where he belongs, to be very honest. And I think if you're a Broncos fan, that's where you want him to be, continuing kind of on the ascend. A really interesting stat that Sean Payton before last night didn't have a single 100-yard rusher in 37 career games as the head football coach of the Broncos. I thought that was a wild stat. And Dobbins gets it done, I think, yesterday with 101.
Yeah.
Right. So like he that streak ends. They've got some nice pieces there. They got that tiny running back who's very shifty. And I'm a big Cortland Sutton guy. I think this guy consistently gets it done. He can go basically run any route, catch any ball. And I didn't like
last night.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I mean, the Broncos should be challenging in the West. I mean, that is a loaded division. Am I misreading that division between
if the Chiefs are back, which we saw them kind of got a little bit healthier, weapons came back, they're going to be another force. So if it's basically a three-headed race, it should be a three-way race.
It should be. Yeah, the Raiders won't compete with anybody, but the other three should all be neck and neck. I'm just,
although I don't know, Genty, now that he has his Frankenstein stance back, he suddenly was running a lot better. So
he was running a lot better. It was a night of very poor football on Monday night. It was basically the opposite of the Sunday night game, and I do want to pivot into that for just a moment here. Andy, how do you feel about ties? How do you feel about a tie? Especially one that goes 40-40.
From a fan perspective, it sucks, right? Like, who wants a tie? I tied. No, it's terrible. And a lot of people give, the college overtime rules as the gold standard. And I think they're right? Like, there are no ties in college football, but they also don't.
College overtime.
It's amazing. It's such a great way to do overtime. You don't kick the ball off and give each person run the same exact gameplay as you did for 4 quarters. No, set the ball up and go back and forth. Duke it out. That's amazing. I love that. I think they need to adopt that. And actually, I was listening to the radio show. I don't know which radio show or which guy said it, but the NFL has proven in the last couple of years that they are willing to make changes.
They're willing to tinker.
They're willing to move forward. So this should be another one of those check boxes on the list of things we need to revisit and change and possibly figure it out.
I think it could potentially change it, but they have to, slow roll it, right? And that's what they're starting to do with guaranteeing each team at least gets a possession, right? They're slow rolling it. They're going to see how it works out. It doesn't happen that often in the NFL where teams are going to go to the end of overtime and need a second overtime and need a third overtime and so on and so forth. But I mean,
Was anyone
me,
happy on Sunday night though?
I was super happy. It was the
you're a football geek, so
you're the best case possible for the Redskins that both of those teams tied.
As a Skins fan, you were excited that they don't get a win or a loss. I get it, but like watching that game, a 40-40, like there's got to be like some auto trigger where if you're tied with 35 points apiece or more, we got to have a winner. Like we got to have somebody win the game. Especially the way that game that down the stretch, FP. That was, I think it went, 30? It was 27-34, 34-34, 37-37, or something.
There were some haymakers towards the end there.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams, Dak, I cut Dak fantasy-wise and picked up Jordan Love just to stash on the bench. They both had incredible
Love was available.
Monster games.
Jordan Love was available. And it's in a 12-team league, too. And because he's crap, but that's not the point. That's not the point. They were going back and forth. I didn't expect Dallas to come out and play that type of game. I mean, the tricky question here is two questions. Who deserved to win that game? First question. And then actually, let me ask that one first, and I'll come back at you with the second one. But Andy, who did you want to see win that game? Suspend the Redskins piece of you that hates Dallas. Just based on what you saw, who deserved to win that game?
The Packers. Besides the bullshit, 1 second on the clock where they were able to actually tie the game, they were the away team. They played, I think it was Josh Jacobs, right? Did Josh Jacobs get hurt for a little bit? So they played with.
He missed a little
bit.
They played,
they missed, and he's pretty pivotal in that offense. They have. I just think that they deserve to win. It was Micah Parsons coming home, kind of like let me stick it to the man, Jerry Jones, in his comments. Like I really thought the Packers should have won, and I think
on deck too.
Freaking a lot of those bombs that Dak was throwing to, was it Pickens or I don't even remember the receivers. I don't care who it was. Like there was poor tackling. Like they shouldn't have gotten that many touchdowns off of that many big plays. I think the Packers should have won that game.
I think I'm actually the other way around. I think the Cowboys, they've proven through 4 games that the offense is not the problem.
Yeah.
Right. The like Dak is almost putting up MVP level numbers, and they put up 40 without CD, and everybody was knocking them. They didn't get a running back. Javonte Williams is leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Like credit given to where credit's due to freaking Jerry, the GM. Somehow, some way, that offense is not missing a beat, and everybody was kind of wondering.
It's very rare that they don't get up for a prime time.
Yeah, for sure.
Dallas always shows up. I didn't think they had 40 points in them. I didn't think they.
They had it with the Giants. I mean, that's an offense that can put up points, no problem. Even with the other game. What was their third game? Who did they play last week? Was that Bears? No.
It was.
Was it the Bears?
The Cowboys?
Yeah. Cowboys Bears, right?
Yeah.
They lost, but it's not the offense, right? They're kind of similar to like bringing it back home. If they have a defense that can stop people, then they can go a long way, right? But they just don't have it. And it's kind of their fault. They hired Eberflus as their DC, and I don't know what he did to prove to be a defensive coordinator after what he did with the Bears. But
so I'm looking at their schedule, right? They put up 20 against the Eagles. They lost 24-20. They put up 40 against the Giants. They won 40-37. Very leaky defense. They played the Bears in week 3. They only put up 14 FP. They lost 31-14. Then they played the Packers, obviously, on Sunday, and they ended up tied. They're next up, though. Listen to this. They get the Jets on the road. They get the Panthers on the road. They get the Commanders at home, and then they go to Denver. But they're probably going to end up going either two. Let's just look at those 4. They're probably going to go, 2-2, worst case scenario, 3-1, best case?
Yeah, probably.
Right? I mean, this brings me to my next question. You look at the NFC East. Well, it's not even a question. I want to make a statement. Washington is playing the worst football in the division right now.
This past week, yes.
I would say through 4 weeks, Washington is playing the worst football in the division. You can't. The Cowboys have had some start and stops. I get it. The Giants, they had a spectacular game against Russ. They had 2 really bad ones to open up before that. The Eagles can't complete a pass, but okay, I guess, fine. They're undefeated and whatever. I mean,
I don't know.
Like, better than the Giants right now? If we played again, or when we played?
Yes. Because the Giants defense is still the Giants defense, and even though it was week 1, Jaden Daniels in that offense capable of putting up points, had no problem scoring. They stalled a little bit, but that offense was clicking for the majority of that game. The Raiders game, they dominated, right?
Who's the worst team in the NFC East right now, FP?
Annoyingly, I think it's the Eagles are pulling away, which they shouldn't because their offense is a fraud, and I think their losses.
Did you say the worst team?
Annoyingly, the Eagles are pulling away, and I think it's like a 3-way tie.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Who's worst?
No, the Giants are the worst. Still,
no, you can't say that. The Jackson Dart Giants
benefited. They benefited from the unknown variable, where the Chargers. Jackson Dart, there's no tape on him really. He's the unknown. They're gonna benefit from that for the rest of the season, but they're still the worst team.
I think losing,
especially with Malik.
I don't know. That defense is not bad.
Losing Malik Neighbors, losing Tyrone Tracy, like they're still bad. Giants are
also I'm over the Scatterbarrow, whatever you say his name. I'm over the hype train. Okay, I've seen Mike Allstott play. I understand what who's the donk that was a Cleveland Brown, the other white running back from
one that was on the Madden cover for 5 seconds.
Patrick Hillis or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Peyton Hillis. Okay, yeah, I understand. John Riggins, right, to bring it home. I understand. Well, the white running back, the diesel. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, but it's nice to have a couple exciting whites on offense, and you get to.
F5. Okay. I mean, yes, it'll be interesting to see, but like I'm over the he's gonna concussion himself right out of the league. I mean, he's going to
I mean, he did a backflip on MetLife's turf. That's
claiming
like playing with matches next to an open can of gas. It's insane.
So Andy, you're set on the Giants being the worst. I'm just curious, do you have the Cowboys above the Skins? Be honest.
I think you got to put them even.
I don't have them above. I'm with FP. They are pretty neck and neck. Their offenses put up the points. Their defenses can't stop anyone.
I'll say it. I'd rather have Dallas defense right now than the Skins. I'll take it just schematically. Because the Skins cannot cover anyone. Period.
Neither can Dallas.
Yeah.
Look at those scores again.
They're younger, FP.
Yeah, but look at those scores again. They're not that much younger.
I mean, that's fair.
They're not that much healthier.
20, do you have an opinion on this? Who's the worst?
Jackson Dart's he's gonna be a rookie. Like, he's not anything to.
I mean, he went up there and thanked Russ for being a professional. That's gonna end very poorly.
Who do the Giants play next week? Anybody know?
I can look it up for you.
3 interceptions incoming. I don't care who it is.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Just like that.
It's in the Giants DNA. Fans who get so excited and hyped for something good to happen.
They're in New Orleans, and then they're home for Eagles. Then
New Orleans is going to get their first win. New Orleans got this, baby. They're playing much better.
I mean, you want a little? I'll take the Giants. Give me some action on that game.
Right.
Give me 3-1.
I think I could actually take New Orleans on that one. They were kind of a headache to the Bills.
They were.
I'll take the Giants. So give me 3-1, both of you.
All right, whatever.
No. Okay, let's do it. 20, you have an opinion on this before I move on?
Right here. Absolutely not. No.
Okay. I don't know if 20's here or not. I keep asking him if he's got an opinion. I have no idea what's going on.
No, I would say real quick, I would say the Giants are the worst team in NFC East.
All right, fine. Okay. Okay. Let's go top 5, low 5.
Fine.
Let's go top. Actually, hold on. I do want to talk about Micah and the Packers for just a second. That defensive unit looks very good. Very, very good. And the way he came out and played, given the return and everything else, the tie is not for me. I think if it's that competitive of a game, like if it's 0-0 or 10-10 or something pathetic, fine. Then just let it end. Nobody cares. But that was a really good game. And I think any fan of the sport wants to see a winner and a loser, or maybe a second. I don't know. We got to find a way to do it. And Andy, to your point, I really like what you said. The 2-point conversion was lifted from college, right? They've clearly they're still tinkering with the kickoff. The different kick. I honestly I don't know. My kid asked me what the kickoff rules are. I have no idea what the landing zone is, or like, can you score a touchdown on a kickoff? Does anyone know? Like, how do you score a touchdown on a kickoff now? Is it besides
you run it to the other end zone?
Yeah, I don't understand the question here, Joe.
Okay, there was a touchdown scored last week by a special teams player for getting the football in the end zone on a kickoff.
Yes,
where it would have generally just
if it lands in the landing zone.
What's the landing zone?
The 20-yard line to the goal 20. Line.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it touches
there, lands
first,
in the landing zone,
rolls into the end zone.
No. If it lands in the landing zone and it is not touched by the receiving team, it is a live ball.
It's just like a very long onside kick.
Correct. It is a live ball.
Why wouldn't all of the players? Why wouldn't the kickers just squib it to make?
They're all doing dirty kicks to get it into the landing zone.
And then
that's why you're seeing all the kickers now laces to the left, laces to the right, squib kicks.
Well, somebody should have explained this to me before the
because
season.
Now there's no point in kicking it out of the end zone because the touchback line is 35. Yeah, they moved it up. So now it's actually making the kickoff more important.
Yeah, but I don't like the declaring the onside. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, I mean that's stupid, but if you have to declare onside, the game's lost anyways. Like.
No, but like we had an onside kick to start a Super Bowl once upon a time.
Yeah,
like the surprise element is gone if you we declare we are trying to get the ball back. Please, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, how often are you surprising with onside kick in today's NFL? You're not. But I will say Debo specifically is like the perfect player type for this type of kickoff. And that's what we've seen with the special teams through 4 weeks. Say what you want about the Washington Redskins. Their special teams, now with Matt Gay remembering how to kick, which we saw against the Falcons game. So flowers to him. He was not the worst part.
No.
The special teams has been performing very well. Punt returns very well. Trust away. Kick returns with Debo is working out fantastic. So, that's something to hang our hat on, I guess.
I hope the special team shines against the Chargers. FP, that's great. That's really great. Thank you for that encouraging word. Can we go top 5, low 5, and then let's go top 5, low 5. Let's go around the horn here. Andy, you want to lead us off? Top 5, low 5, or let's do top 5 first. Go.
Yeah, top 5. Top 2 unchanged. Bills number 1. Eagles number 2.
This is a crime.
What's your question to me? Like, how is this surprising to you?
He completed 0 passes. 0 passes in the second game.
Don't like them.
AJ
either.
Literally quit.
They find ways to win. How it is almost impressive. It's actually impressive how you cannot complete a single pass and still win the game.
But you would admit if Caleb or Jaden or Nix or Drake, if Aaron Rodgers went out there and went 0 for 8, nothing, people would be crucifying him. Like, there's no way that only Philly and only this quarterback gets this pass. Nobody else.
I mean, if you saw how AJ Brown and Devonta Smith walked off the field after that win, they look pissed.
Well, because they're not playing with a quarterback.
Receivers look pissed. And if you watch, all the Eagles fans are complaining that AJ Brown is sending out cryptic tweets and being a diva or whatever. And they're like, you got 9 targets. It's like, what more do you want? If you rewatch those 9 targets,
atrocious.
Jalen Hurts was missing him left and right. He was not giving AJ Brown real targets.
What happens if you put a real quarterback into that Philly offense? They'd go undefeated.
Well, remember a couple weeks ago, I posed this question. I said, how much success is due to Jalen Hurts in that offense, right? Like, even though he's
very little.
So you think you plug in?
I do not. I disrespect him to his face. I don't think he's special in any way. I think he's great at squatting 600 pounds and shoving his head up his lineman's ass and pushing forward in the tush push. That's what he excels at. He is not he's not a gifted defensive. He doesn't audible. He's not allowed to audible. He is not allowed. He's one of the few quarterbacks that is not allowed to audible out of a play. He's got Saquon. He's got Dallas Goedert. He's got pieces around him that make him look great. He can't make it. Look, the terrible adage that every talking head on TV, he can make every throw on the field. Jalen cannot make every throw on the field. He's consistently throughout his career not made every throw on the field. So
I am with you. I'm with you. But from a coaching perspective, right? Like I wish we had the same mentality as them. It doesn't matter. They are using him. But they are winning games and using him for his abilities. Like I wish our coaches could do that.
I think it's fool's gold. And I know that's crazy to say because they are competitive and they are undefeated and they did win a Super Bowl. He is not good. He is not good. That team would be, I mean, even if you put Tom Brady behind that line right now, pull him out of the booth with no reps, no practice. AJ and Devontae, they both have 100 yards. No question.
I actually kind of believe that.
Yeah, go get Phillip Rivers. Go get find an old statue quarterback, stick him behind that offensive line, and tell him just pepper the ball left and right. Knock yourself out. They would never lose a game. They wouldn't even be. Nobody would be within 50 points of
them. They
them.
still haven't lost the game though. That's Andy's point.
I mean, I know,
but they are like anyways, Bills and Eagles. They're still like.
What's your number 3, Andy?
All right. I have Lions number 3. They are the Lions of last year now. Like I am a true believer. Like the first game was a complete fluke. They are dominant on both sides of the field. They don't look like they lost a beat losing what's his face? Johnson.
Ben Johnson, yeah.
Yeah. The Rams, number 3, although number 4, I'm sorry. Although they were in a dogfight this week with the Colts, who are my number 5.
Interesting. So you're keeping them up there, even though
I think, yeah. I mean, like
that was a great game from the Colts.
They had every chance, and they could have won that game.
DJ regressed a little bit in that game. He didn't.
Yeah, the guy.
He looked a little rough.
Yeah, but the guy dropped the ball as he's running into the end zone. That's the win.
76-yard touchdown, and then it turns into a touchback that would have put him up by 2 touchdowns, I think. Yeah. So those little things, like it could have gone either way. I think it was a dogfight. I think they're both pretty good. That's my number 4 and number 5.
The Colts proved they're one of the better teams right now.
I'm gonna chime in here on behalf of 20. He's dropping. He's coming right back here in a second. But he's got Bills and Eagles also 1-2. He's got Lions, Rams, Chargers. So just a little bit different there. I'm surprised he's got the Chargers that high.
Yeah,
I don't
got the Chargers up there.
I mean, they lost that was a pretty bad loss to New York, especially losing Neighbors. Beginning of third quarter, I think is when he went down. So Jackson Dart looked fine, right? He looked like a rookie quarterback. I mean, I don't hate this list. I mean, FP, do you see it differently? I'll give you mine in a second.
I'm pretty different. I actually have the Lions number 1.
Okay. See, I like
they figured.
So are you adjusting your rankings based on what you saw this past Sunday? I was trying to explain this to Andy before, like power rankings generally just carry from week to week, and this guy moved up, this guy moved down.
It's a little week to week, but it's also like I'm not dismissing overall record. But yeah, it's a little week to week, but it's more my power rankings are based off eye tests, which
rapid reaction.
You could say week to week, but the Lions, everyone agrees week 1 is the biggest line in the NFL. The Lions ever since dominate. So they are number 1. I don't see a weakness on that team from coaching down, right? You lose 8 assistant coaches and you still dominate the way you are, and your players are still making the plays. Jared Goff looks fantastic. The defense looks great. They are number 1. The Bills are number 2, and I would have had them number 1, but the last 2 games are wins, but not inspired wins. It's like
James Cook is a good running back. I think
Cook is great, and Josh Allen's an even better running back. But
not when he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, well, I mean the Bills are good, but they're just doing what they're supposed to do, but it's nothing earth shattering. Yep. I will give the Eagles number 3. They are playing sound football, offense and defense. It's not the prettiest. Not the prettiest. And
they're
take
blocking
this
a lot of field goals.
Mark, what episode is this?
352.
352. FP's hot take, 352. Put it in the books. The losses are going to start stacking up for the Eagles. They're going to tumble in the middle of their season, and they're going to have drama. Offensive coordinator is going to he's going to be on a hot seat. Sirianni's not going to know how to handle the press. He's going to blow up at them. The Eagles are going to stumble and maybe go 500 in the next quarter.
Yeah,
implode.
It feels like it's
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But right now they are number 3. The defense is still a really good defense. Number 4, I actually have the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look fantastic. They had a heartbreaker, and then they took it to the Colts, and the Colts are a great team. But that team doesn't really have a weakness. They're just in games they're heartbreaking, but they're in everyone, and they can run away anytime. My 5 seed, it's the 5A, 5B for me. It's between the Colts and the Bucks. I want to give it the edge to the Bucks just because Baker is that dude, and they're fantastic. And if you look at the eye test, they won that Eagles game. They just didn't win the Eagles game, and it's annoying. But it was exciting, and they're a team nobody wants to see the Bucks. Nobody.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I went back and forth on my list. I've got the Lions also at number 1. I think if there was one team you absolutely did not want to play this coming Sunday ahead of every other team, it's the Lions. They do right now. They do everything well. They have 2 running backs that can kill you. They have a receiver that can catch any ball and take it to the house. They have a quarterback who Goff really does not make mistakes. I mean, his progression into the vet really is something to be studied. Him and Stafford both, right? Being swapped for each other and both improving late in their career. It's actually really impressive. I'm just leaning that way. Also, I'm kind of out on Bills Mafia. I just am. I think I'm over, we throw each other through tables and everything else. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, but you also have to respect Bills Mafia for what they do with the donations, and they're just a very good.
Whatever. So I'm going Lions and then Bills. I'm actually
we don't play the fans, okay? We play the football team.
Well said, Andy. Thank you. That's the bite. That's the sound bite. I think I like the Rams after that. The Rams are a complete team. They are adults, right? They feel like the adult in the room. McVay is, I know he's ripping smelling salts on the sideline all game long, and he's got the guy that's walking behind him with the cord and all that stuff. Like, can we get him a cordless or a wireless headset, please? He looks ridiculous, but I think they do everything well. Puka's gonna flirt with a 2,000-yard season.
I just saw a stat that said through the first 4 games, he's got like 42 receptions
and 500. He's legit.
That's
like 3 touchdowns.
That's like 10 catches a game.
But you're not gonna.
He's gonna average 2,000 yards and maybe 5 touchdowns.
He's got 500. He's got through 4 weeks. He has 500 yards, 2 TDs. But he's legit gonna flirt with 2,000 yards at the pace that he's going.
He's going to have like 150 receptions. That's insane.
It is. It is. But they do they're always going to be competitive. That team has been rebuilt 3 times over the last 6 years, and they're still competitive, right? And they're in a division that stinks, and they will be fine, long run, I think. So I like the Rams there. Then, I'm torn from here because I openly disrespect the Eagles, and I will continue to do so. This one still hurts me. I'm going with another green team. I think the Packers are legit. I have to put that out there. I hate this so much, but
they're not as bad as we thought.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't even enter my brain when I was thinking of top 5.
They belong in that for now anyway, based on that performance, the resilience in getting points every time down the field when you need it. They've got an adult in the room when it comes to the running back. They've got another DC coach who's just calm and collected and calls. They seem to be able to scheme any wide receiver open at any point in time, and that's coaching. It just is, and then I'm a little bit of a stretch here, and I got to be honest, and this is just based on eyeball tests from this past week. I'm moving the Chiefs way up, way up. If they get that
cracking top 5, though,
tell me you want to go play them right now the way they played on Sunday against a good team. They were firing on all cylinders. They were able to get points easily and efficiently and effectively, consistently on Sunday. And, they have a receiver now. Like, everybody was angling for the Tyreek reunion, right? That's obviously not going to happen now, but Xavier Worthy is a good receiver.
And they're going to get another one when Rashi comes back.
That's right. So like they're building something.
Primed.
Right?
They're primed.
Mahomes annoys me, and Kelsey is annoying at times.
They have no run game though,
but they don't need one.
Pacheco and Hunt are serviceable.
Exactly. Like they'll. I mean, and they can find.
I think Mahomes is the leading rusher on that team.
Yeah, but that's not going to stay.
If they can keep getting 20, 25 points in the first half, everyone's chasing them. I mean, it's just the reality, and they played really well. Honorable mentions, I think the Chargers still belong, even though they lost an ugly one. I think the Colts still belong. They regressed a little bit. I love the Bucs. You guys know how I feel about Baker. I mean, he's just that guy. He's never going to be out of it.
With Mike Evans gone, like, I don't know.
They're not, but they got Chris
and
back.
Bucky's hurt too. Isn't Bucky hurt?
Yeah, but Bucky also ripped a 75-yarder after his injury.
Yeah,
so
he's fine.
The Bucs are a fun team to watch. Also,
yeah, when Godwin shakes off the rust and Mbuka is getting better and better week in and week out.
The Eagles for me are that 6-7, and that's where they belong, and that's where they're going to stay until Jalen actually can string a couple of actual wins as a quarterback, not as a RB2. I'm out. Also, Saquon did not have a good game. Saquon, I think, ended up with 50 yards on 16 carries.
Saquon hasn't really taken over any game.
Yeah, it hasn't been there yet. And he's capable, and I do cheer for him, and I like him as a human. Right, I hate him when we have to face him, but they seem to be just off a little bit, and that's why I'm keeping them a little bit lower than the rest. Let's quickly go through Low5. Andy, you want to lead off here with your craptacular bottom?
I mean, it's the usual suspects. Titans.
Who's the worst?
Titans.
Okay.
Titans are the worst of the worst in my book. They haven't won a game. I think their quarterback, during one of his pressers pretty much said it. What does he say? Like, we are ass or something like that. Like,
yeah.
He called out the team. They are not a good team. They can't do anything right now. Although the Saints, had some dog in them this past week, they still suck. They can't do anything.
They're truly one piece of. They're truly like a Russell Wilson trade away.
Yeah,
but the Bengals might be too, right? Like, why aren't the Bengals on the phone with the Giants to get Winston? Like, get James.
Why is nobody on the phone for Kirk?
Kirk is very expensive, but you got it. I mean, you've got too many pieces, and I think you need a little bit more of a mobile quarterback. That somebody said it a couple weeks ago.
Terrible.
Bengals O-line is really, really bad. But stick Jameis back there; he'll sling it. I mean, he's got people that can go catch it. But
yeah,
anyway, go ahead.
One piece away. I agree with that. Saints not impressive. No one's scared to play them. Besides that one showing last week where the Panthers just looked really good. They don't look good. Bryce Young is still scared. He's a little kid playing professional football. And until he shows flashes of what he did last year, towards the end of the season, that offense stinks. The running back stinks. They have a rookie McMillan or whatever the heck his dude. He looks really good, but
can't get him the ball.
Yeah. And Jets are just awful. I mean, they put up some points. Justin Fields is back.
They got lucky.
Yeah.
They got people playing on the sideline. I mean, Breece Hall doesn't exist anymore. I mean, that's just a bad team all around.
Yeah, and they didn't play like a great team. They played Miami, right?
Yeah.
Just Jets are not a good organization. They don't have a good product on the field. No one's scared to play them.
You got Titans.
And my last is Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders. Okay.
Titans, Saints, Panthers, Jets, and then Raiders. The Raiders could be good. Like they could be good. They have Geno. They have wide receivers. They have a stud running back. They have Crosby on the edge. They're like, they could be good, but there's just something wrong. It's like it feels.
Well, their head coach is 600 years old. That might be.
I think it's Pete Carroll needs to adjust the 2025 NFL.
Yeah, he was a bad hire in my opinion. I don't understand that hire at all. But FP, where's your bottom? Who's your worst?
I mean, it doesn't really shift. I'll give it Titans are the worst. I'll probably put I want to put the Saints higher, but as of right now, they can't be. I'd probably flip-flop the Jets and the Panthers. I think the Panthers might have more upside. The Jets, they're just not going to figure it out. I mean, it was such a sloppy game.
They're not.
Just like even if they just can't just can't do pre-snap stuff right. Like it's just terrible. It's just ugly. Yeah, and then probably Panthers, and then probably the Raiders. It would have been the Browns, but the Browns beat the Packers. The Browns put up a good fight. They have a fantastic defense. They have like the best losing defense I've ever seen in my life, but they'll figure it out. Joe Flacco, he probably just needs 6 weeks to get in football shape instead of 4.
I mean, Flacco looks old though. He looks slow. He looks like he's misreading the defenses.
I would love to see their rookie come in. Shador's not going to do anything, but like
Dylan Gabriel, that guy.
Dylan Gabriel, yeah. I mean,
Shador more likely to get cut than to start.
He should get. I mean,
just talking
the way he talks, yeah.
But annoying.
Like in his brain, he's equal to Pat Mahomes, and he's done nothing.
I appreciate.
He did nothing in college. He's done nothing anywhere.
Yeah, well, he got his jersey retired. Never forget. Titans to me are the worst of the worst. I'm actually gonna just change things up just a little bit. I think the Jets are second worst. I think the Panthers belong in this list as well. The Dolphins, I think, belong too. If that team can't have this much talent on the offensive side of the ball, they still got Tua. You could say what you want about him. He's serviceable.
McDaniel's seat might still be the hottest.
It's got to be the hottest, right? I mean, you still have HN, you still have Waddle, like you still got whatever that tight end is. I'm blanking on the name right now. They're reviving Darren Waller. Is it Darren Waller? I think it's Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Like you can't be this bad. Like you can't score 70 50 weeks ago against the Broncos or whatever it was, and then you can't manage 70 total in 4 weeks. Like this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the Saints belong in this list too, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Desmond Ridder is not good, but statistically he's equal to Caleb Williams right now. Based on games played, yards, touchdowns, and interceptions are literally identical. So they might have something there. That also says that the Bears might not, but there's something there with the Saints. I mean, they still have some pieces that can run the ball. They still have got Olave. They've still got some serviceable pieces, and they play in a pretty terrible division where they should be able to pick up some wins here and there. And they have a very soft schedule. Like, I would be surprised if they can't figure out and string some wins. They don't have any money, so they will continue to stink year over year. And that city deserves better. But the Titans, far and away. I mean, they're not a professional team. They don't belong on the same field as 25 to 26 of the other teams in the league. It's the NFL needs a relegation bracket somehow. Like they have to find a way to drop, the 6 worst teams or something, and then have them play back to get 2 in. I don't know. They got to find some way to do it, because who wants to see, and especially with this Europe, like this constant Europe jag, like who's going to watch Titans Jags in Ireland or wherever? Like I'm kind of getting over this Europe expansion thing. And they're gonna.
Yeah, Goodell just said he wants at least 13 a season or something.
I don't know. At some point, they're gonna do to themselves what every other, like boxing used to be the best of the best sport. The second it became too international, right, or strayed too far from its base, nobody cared anymore. Horse racing, same exact thing. Right. Look at what the NBA is doing right now. The commissioner is telling people not to watch the games, just to watch highlights. Right. So like the NFL, like who are
on the opposite, the NHL is leaning into their fan base and doing some great things from their all world all-star game. Like that's your one flavor, like the four teams or whatever. And then just the outdoor series is great, and they're just kind of leaning into their golden era.
Do you think the Titans could go winless? Do you think we might see an 0-17 for the first time?
I don't know. Who's on their schedule? Do they play any of the other bottom? Did they play any of the other bottom 5 teams, 4 teams we just mentioned?
I gotta go check that. I think they faced the Jets late in the season. Yeah.
There you go. They could win that game.
They could win one. Okay. Okay. Last topic, and then we'll get out of here. YouTube TV earlier today put out a public service announcement that for subscribers, we're losing Monumental Sports, which means we're not going to have Wizards games or Caps games. We already don't have Masson on YouTube TV. This sent Matt the Met into a death spiral about, I'm paying for all these services. I can't watch any of the games. My kids want to watch the Wizards. I want to watch the Wizards. Like, go get this other bundle thing called Monumental Plus. Then you need ESPN Unlimited. You need Peacock to watch soccer. You need Paramount to watch Champions League. Like, you're all over the place. Like, someone sat down and did it. I saw it on a Reddit thread.
I'm not all over the place.
It was somewhere around, I think the blended number was somewhere around $315 a month when you average it all out, to be able to see everything that you would have been able to see 10 years ago on cable with the sports tier package.
This was my gripe. I brought this up earlier this year, maybe like a week before the first NFL week. I was like, you got to have ESPN this, you got to do Amazon Prime, you got to do. This was my gripe. It's so stupid, and we're kind of getting lost in the sauce a little bit. Like, we do all need to probably go back to cable. Yeah.
Yeah, so FP and LP, for those that have been following for the last 300 episodes or so, we gladly cut the cord, right? I played around with DirecTV Stream or TV Stream or whatever it was called, and then we tried Hulu. We ended up landing on YouTube TV because it's Google, it's integrated, you can get it everywhere. You can get 4K through the partner apps, unlimited DVR, blah blah blah. Like, there was a bunch of reasons. Plus, you could get your locals and your sports, which is all anybody actually cares about, is locals and sports. Well, I can't get locals, and increasingly I can't get sports. So what am I getting now? Like, and
a bunch of channels you don't watch.
Right. So basically, we're back to the cable model of you're paying, right? Matt said it perfectly in the offline chat. So you're taking away Monumental. I expect my bill to go down because I'm losing a channel I watch, but that's not going to happen. So the cord cutting services have basically now just mimicked the death spiral of cable by bundling a bunch of crap that nobody actually cares about and then charging you a ridiculous amount. Like, FP, you still have actual corded cable running.
I have a Fios box.
You have one Fios box.
2 Fios boxes.
Okay, 2 Fios.
The one upstairs doesn't need the coax. It's off your Wi-Fi network.
Okay.
But yeah, I have true. Huh?
Does that one do 4K also, or only the actual real one?
Only the real one does 4K. If you want 2 4K boxes, you have to pay like another $6 a month or whatever to upgrade that box.
It has to be corded.
It has to be coaxed, yeah.
Yeah, or what, like hardwired. It can't just be a straight box.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
but overall, I think I'm flirting with like $200, and I have.
What do you not have?
I mean, I have everything, plus Red Zone.
But you don't have Paramount Plus, so you can't watch Champions League.
Well, that's the thing. When you have cable, you can afford to either pay for the 1 or 2 apps you want, or you start finding the people to build together, right? So right now I have my Fios, and I have everything I need with Fios. I have Monumental, I have Mazin, I have all the good stuff. I have DAZN, I have everything. I have the sports package. And then, through my sister, I get Peacock, right? Prime, you're going to keep Prime for yourself regardless. And then through my brother-in-law, I have the ESPN Plus whatever, because he has it bundled with his Disney Hulu thing.
Yeah.
So I have all of that. And then I went in with him and we did Sunday Ticket. We used his military discount, so it was like $100. So I paid $50 out of pocket. I have Sunday Ticket, and it's all nicely packaged together. And I'm like, $200 if you want to factor in that I paid the $50 for a year of Sunday Ticket.
So you're paying. You and I are going to end up paying around the same. I'm paying more, but like it's generally like in an acceptable range. But I'm not going to have channels now, right?
Yeah, you don't have channels. You still have tape delay, which is a huge thing.
I get so Rick on Sundays when everybody's like,
I love it. It's the pride and joy of me having cable is that I get to ruin a play for all of you cord cutters 7 to 10 seconds earlier.
But then you go super aggro and you're like, you guys are being negative, and you quit the discussion and then come back 5 minutes later. So
listen, offline chat about my negative takes for the Skins is personal. Okay, so
I hear you, but
I need to get it out somewhere so I can be the voice of reason for the show.
Andy, are you considering a revisit of actual cable?
I am not personally, because I have a very good network of people who I can tap
but how are you
into.
going to watch Wiz? Are you going to watch Wiz and Caps?
I gave him my Fios login.
So how do you do that?
I mean, I downloaded the Monumental app. I mean, I don't really want to say anything on here, but I downloaded the Monumental app.
The bots in Russia.
So now you're watching. I mean, anybody who's hanging out an hour and 20 in, thank you.
So my model is actually pretty shitty. It's download the app of whatever channel you
on
want
an
to
iPad
watch.
Or a phone, or what are you doing?
Smart TV. Your smart TVs, you can download apps. I have Apple TV throughout the house. I got 3 Apple TVs. So I can download apps. And I use, credentials from FP and whatever app, Monumental, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, you name it, from a channel's perspective.
I'm a sucker for those. I watch all the national broadcasts through the apps to get the 4K. And then Fox was flirting. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Fox for playoff baseball, which just started, they're doing 5K broadcasts or 4K plus. So you can see blades of grass on your TV.
Listen, if anybody wants to chime into my FiOS budget, I'll give you my creds.
Whoa.
I mean,
how many screens? Does it cap out or something? Whoa.
That's the other problem with the stupid YouTube TV on Sunday. At least twice during the game, weekly, at least twice, I have to call someone in my family and be like, turn off.
It's like 1995 internet. It's like, why did you pick up the phone and kick me off the internet?
Yeah, my sister was like, we're not even watching the game. I'm like, well, that's even more of a reason. Go outside, go paint. I don't care. But Sunday during 1 to 4 or 4 to 7 this week, you're not allowed to you're banned.
We don't have the Skins don't have a 1 o'clock Sunday game until December 7th.
It's the long. This is the dark. This is the cold dark for us.
I mean,
time stuff.
I love
4 o'clocks are the worst though.
I love the one. No, the 4 o'clock game is good.
No, I'm not a fan of 4 because it throws off dinner. It throws off plans. No, I need early or late. In the middle like that is problematic.
I don't mind a 4 o'clock.
A lot of these platforms, streaming platforms too, are doing the whole password per household crackdown crap. So you can't even share your login for Netflix anymore.
Yeah,
you can't share for Disney. I mean, it popped up for my Disney. Sometimes my kids like to watch at their grandparents' house, and when we try to log into Disney, they're like, "This is not your household." I'm sending a one-time passcode to, the email on file, this and that. They are cracking down. It's at some point they're dooming themselves.
I mean, the NFL. I think Roger Goodell also said it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Super Bowl becomes a stream. And it maybe goes to Netflix or something.
They're on a path where they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing playoff and Super Bowls in non-NFL stadiums. It's going to happen. Why would you not play if let's say the Lions make it, or Green Bay? Why wouldn't you move the Packers into the big house and put 100,000 people outside? Why wouldn't you? Why not just do it the way the colleges do, where you get the biggest stadiums to host your divisional round games? The fans will travel.
Well, that'll never happen because the billionaire owners are building the stadiums to host the Super Bowl specifically.
But if they're getting
the Waltons for Denver just announced it. They're moving Denver Stadium literally a mile away, but it's fully privately funded.
I hear you, but if they go play a game at I don't know, the Rose Bowl, right, where they can get a billion more people into the stands, right, and get the revenue and the share from that. Why wouldn't they do it? Right? Why wouldn't you play a divisional playoff game at Wembley and fill it with 110,000 people in London? Right?
Because
Goodell clearly doesn't care about the NFL.
He doesn't care, but
the games out of the country.
The billionaires owners are gonna dial it back a little bit.
Okay.
You can't take money out of their pockets. Right now, the international
concessions and all that
is adding money to their pockets a little bit, especially because it's kind of poor products that we're shipping off.
Sure.
But you're not gonna ship off your gold.
Yeah, it's true. It's when you start pissing off the airlines, then all of a sudden everybody cares.
It's a good analogy too. That's a good analogy. I got nothing else, boys. We went a little bit long, but this was a good one. Any final thoughts? I know tomorrow is Shutdown City here in DC. For all the feds out there, it's the shutdown.
2 hours and 17 or some minutes.
It's definitely getting shut down, but maybe we do some daytime pods.
There was a petition to do something like that. I mean, I will be working.
I will also be working.
But
my trade just got rejected. Would you guys have accepted CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Waddle for Jonathan Taylor?
No.
CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Waddle. I proposed sending CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Waddle and getting Jonathan Taylor.
No.
That's a good trade. Why not?
No, Jonathan, he's like the second best running back in the league right now.
It's also on a team that has like 4 stud running backs and 0 wide receivers. So it just makes sense for both of us, but got rejected.
Do you know this individual or just like a random Yahoo?
No, I know. I went to
not Jonathan Taylor.
You make a call. You need to pull a
Waddle ain't. You're giving up an injured CD. Not so much anything with Waddle for Jonathan Taylor.
Can the other owner be bought? Can you pull a Clippers?
Yeah, accept my trade, and here's $30.
They're 1-3. They're not going.
Oh yeah,
anyways,
you write the contract to say upon me winning the chip, you get
give you back your money.
Yeah. You get 20% stake. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, boys. All right, boys. Andy, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for making time. FP, thank you. 20, thank you as well. The show is DTC, Defeating the Curse. Get it wherever you find your podcasts. We will be back next week after hopefully a Chargers win. There's a lot of good sports actually on tap. We got media day for the NBA. We've got media day for the Caps, which apparently I can't watch now because of the stupid monumental situation.
8 days away, baby.
We got a lot of sports. We're entering prime sports window of the calendar year, season, whatever. It's literally here. October starts tomorrow, and the literally the best chunk of time on the sports calendar is here. We got the playoffs, the baseball playoffs too. I don't know what the hell happened to Matt the Met. Hopefully him and Stevie resurface here pretty soon. But thank you for hanging out with us. The show is DTC, Defeating the Curse. Until next week, my name is Joe. We are out.